Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for joining. My name is Rachel and I am on the road to recovering from anorexia nervosa. And today I'm going to talk about something that is kind of controversial, but I think it's really important for us to acknowledge. I think that the eating disorder is a maladaptive coping mechanism that serves an underlying purpose. I mean, there is a reason that we engage in our disordered behaviors. And even though it may not be good behaviors, I think that it's something that we need to address. Eating disorders are inextricably complicated. They're a maladaptive coping mechanism for a deeper rooted cause or an issue. As dysfunctional as the disorder is, it's only trying to help you cope through this difficult time period that you're undergoing. The eating disorder may manifest its underlying purpose in several different ways, and here are a few of them. A lot of the time, people feel like they need validation and a way to feel like they are heard, and sometimes they run to their disorder for that. The fear of the unknown is scary, and a lot of the time, people know that their eating disorder is going to be something that they do know about. And they're so comforted by. It's almost like a security blanket in a way, and they just rely on it for that sense of stability. A lot of the time when you have an eating disorder, you also have other disorders tied with it. So that could be other types of mental health issues like OCD or anxiety disorders. And because of that, we like some form of routine, and we kind of fixate on trying to keep things very, very stable, very status quo. And with the disorder, sometimes that keeps us in that very rigid state. We also love to feel that perfectionism. I know that it's such a stereotype, but when I engage in my disordered behaviors, everything just has to be perfect in every way. And my meals have to be perfect, and my life in general. I know that I'm just a very type A, actually, we like to call it type AAA personality. So I feel as if that is something that the eating disorder tries to serve as a purpose. I know that we are our own worst critic in every aspect of life. I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not talented enough, I'm not strong enough, I am not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough. And a lot of the time we use our eating disorder as a form of punishment. Another facet I am so guilty of is emotional numbing. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and it tends to leave me very, very having all the feels. And because of that, I know that my disorder is a very good way of emotionally numbing and not being able to experience things as intensely. Another way that I'm very guilty of is it's a cry for help and sometimes just seeking attention. I know that I cut off my nose to spite my face, and it's so irrational. But in the moment, I'm like, wow, if I do this, then I can get to the attention that I'm so craving. And I know that it's so unhealthy, but it's something that I tend to do. We always tend to catastrophize and think of things in a way that's all or nothing. And sometimes if you have an eating disorder, you can have the fear of perceived failure by saying, well, if I can't do it right, then I might as well not even try. And it tends to really cripple your want to recover. And another one is fear of rejection from society. We are taught and instructed from such a young age, instilled in us, that we have to look a certain way, be a certain way, and you start to think, well, if I'm not that, then who am I? And am I good enough? And I promise you, you are worthy at any size. I know that these practices are so comforting, but if we really want to get rid of our eating disorder, we have to dig deep from within to find out, why am I engaging in these poor coping mechanisms, these bad habits that the disorder has rigidly ingrained into me in order to cut it from your life and to experience food freedom again. And lastly, another one that I really struggle with is feeling that sense of control. When the world is crumbling down in front of me, when I feel overwhelmed at work, whenever I feel like I have to do all these various tasks, I know that the one thing that I can handle is engaging in my disorder. And as terrible as it is, it's something that I know that I'm good at. And I know that I'm talented in many other ways, but it is something that I know that I can do, and it's not something I'm proud of. So to combat my sense of wanting everything to be perfect and in control, I decided to challenge myself today. And I am going to have my husband make everything for my breakfast, completely hands off. So he is going to decide what I eat, how much I eat, and when I eat. So I don't know about you, but I'm getting hungry. So let's get cooking. I may not have it all figured out yet, but if I keep practicing to get rid of these habits and knowing that this list that I've provided is kind of why I engage in my disordered behaviors, I can start to nip it in the butt as soon as possible. All right, and that is all I have for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe, click that little notification button, and until next time, I'll talk to you. Catch you on the flip side.